Welcome. What is faith? This question is relevant in the context of the healing stories in Scripture, because in most of those stories, the healing occurs only after an expression of faith. So what is that faith, and how is faith expressed? The begging blind man in this image is a very simple expression of faith. He is seated next to a tree with a begging bowl and an outstretched hand. The artist did not place the man near the city gate as the Gospel of John does. Instead, he places the blind man kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yet even in the middle of nowhere, the blind man exhibits hope. His bowl is ready to be filled with a meal. His hand is out in trust that someone will come along that will help him live another day. This hope, this trust that something good will come along, this assumption that life will continue, even in the face of the persecution that is common towards such people, is a statement of faith. As the story begins in the Gospel of John, the apostles ask Jesus whether the man born blind was blind because of his sin or his parents' sin. Jesus challenges the question itself. He answers that neither sinned in such a way as to cause the man's blindness. Instead, he says that the man's blindness is part of a bigger picture, a bigger understanding of the universe. In this woodcut, it looks like the apostles are still debating the question, like they don't quite buy Jesus' explanation. A good way to think about this is to look to the book of Job. There's a moment when Job is questioning God. God makes it clear that the human perspective, the human point of view, is always smaller than the whole of creation. God points out that there is always something beyond human comprehension. I think that it is human nature to cast judgment on these mysteries. Why is my friend Chris blind from birth? Why did my friends Gerard and Dennis break their necks and land in wheelchairs? From a faith perspective, these are the wrong questions. These are not the questions of faith. Instead, the faithful are invited to ask the question, what is the possibility in this occurrence? What can this event, this change in life circumstances, offer the world? What has Chris offered the legal profession, the clients he served, the cause of justice? What does Gerard offer his mother, his siblings, his friends now? What does Dennis offer his co-workers, the students in his cohort, the care workers he encounters daily? It is in these moments of encounter that God's grace moves in the world. Is the potential always fulfilled? Heck no! These people are human too. But the potential is always there, and it is in the potential where the healing exists, where they get to be whole, regardless of their physical limitations, or of the limitations society places upon them. It is easy to see this in people who are very differently abled. What about you? Where is the room for joy and hope in your life? Might Chris see someday? Might Gerard and Dennis walk again? It's unlikely. But should that interfere with what they can contribute to the good of the world? Can they live in the joy of their present moments? Can they be beacons for hope in the world? Heck yeah! If they can contribute to the joy and the hope of a future, can you? Thank you for watching. God bless.